everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our mentor, Mr. Washuri, and entire Optiven group, and the mentees here. We are really excited, and we have gotten a lot. I remember I attended the other cohort. I got a lot, and I didn't finish all my classes, so I had to attend again. So really excited, and you're giving us very practical skills. I've been in business for many years, and learning never comes to an end. You still keep learning. So I'm really excited, really, to be part of this and to interact virtually. God bless you.
Wow, thank you, Paul. Good to see you, and I hope your business is okay. Maybe you should have mentioned what you are doing so that others can also network, if you don't mind.
Yes. I'm sorry for that. I think I was rushing through. I run a school, a college by the name Talanta Institute, and we train in the area of TVET, technical and vocational training. Our main courses are TV and film production, animation, journalism, and other courses in TVET, photography, videography. And we are accredited by TVET Authority, and we keep expanding to other courses. We are located along Thika Road, opposite Garden City, and we're looking forward to opening branches in other counties, and that's why actually we're here for this mentorship, to see how do we scale our business, how do we scale our school in a way we can be all over the country. We also want to go into virtual training where we can do classes and people can attend from all over the country. And so apart from the college, we also practice in media production. So we produce TV shows. Currently, there's a TV show we are producing with KTN, and we also produce content for other platforms and other corporates. We have produced for State House Choir, and we have produced for other big corporates in the country. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Paul. That was good. I'm happy with the progress, and I'm happy when entrepreneurs really have a big dream and progressing and creating opportunities for other people. Very interesting. Let's quickly hear from Karen G. Karen, go if you can. Okay, Karen G is not able. Let's hear from Lynette.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Lynette.
My name is Lynette, and my business is called Exclaim Beads and Accessories. I deal with beaded jewelry, and I just started the other day. And I just want to thank God for this space, because I'm getting to meet a lot of women who need to accessorize. And I'm just thinking that's a space I really enjoy working. So wow. I thank God for this opportunity to be able to learn how to scale my business, because I'm looking at working in the online space.
Okay, thank you, Lynette. Looking at how to scale. Wow, I like that, and I'm writing down so that I can also craft something to that particular need. Thank you, Lynette, and welcome. Let's hear from Victor Miako. Victor, if you can unmute, Victor. There you are. Almost there. You can click the unmute button.
Okay, yes. Good morning, mentees.
Morning, Victor.
Yeah, I'm glad to be in this cohort. Currently, I'm employed. I'm in the finance. I'm a financial consultant for an international NGO. But for the last 2 years, and especially during the COVID pandemic, I learned a lot of things, and I decided to plan my transition into business. So currently, I'm doing poultry business, and in this poultry business, my plan is to have the whole value chain. That is from production of chicks, because I've also learned that there is like shortage of the kienyeji chicks, because most of the companies do hatching just for this hybrid, and they really focus on like the big large scale farmers, or farmers who have really big capacities, because poultry farming is also very capital intensive. So I decided to target the middle and the small scale farmers. So I started rearing the improved kienyeji chicken, and then I bought an incubator. So that's my space, and I'm happy to be here so that I can realize my vision to be the leading um, poultry farm in Eastern Africa. Thank you so much, Bwana Shori, for your selfless mentorship and direction and leadership. Thank you so much, and may God bless you as you assist these small, these aspiring big entrepreneurs, billionaires. Asante sana.
Wow, this is very inspiring, extremely inspiring to hear that somebody want to have the leading poultry farm. I really love that. And you can imagine, you know, when I speak to people who are either in career or in entrepreneurship, like this particular team, I get very inspired because I know that more opportunities for other people are going to be created. You can imagine a poultry farm, biggest in East Africa, how many people will be working? How is the value chain? How many people are going to benefit? How much taxes are you going to realize? And today discussion on good organization structure and its benefit is going to help us on how to scale up, even as people like Paul and Lynette are talking about scaling up, because that's the best thing for us to do in this mentorship. I really love it. Let's quickly hear from Terry Muso. If you can, Terry. These are the people who came early. They have advantage of marketing themselves, telling us how the month was and what they are doing. Terry, if you can. I can see Terry is not moving. We can go to the, let me see. Has Terry moved? Let me see. If not possible, we can hear from Margaret. Margaret? Margaret, are you there? How your month was, what you're doing, and what are you up to? Nagirai, can you trace Margaret?
Yeah, I'm looking for her.
Okay. Once we get her, we'll get her. If not, we can go to Gloria Corio. Gloria Corio. Gloria. Gloria Corio, you have a chance to shine.
Okay, morning.
Morning, Gloria.
My name is Gloria Corio. I'm a financial consultant, having been trained by the Japanese International Cooperation Agency. I assess financial statements of organizations just to ensure that the businesses are doing good. I also check where there are difficulties and areas where they have not break even, and give solutions to various issues. We look at things like variable costs, fixed costs, help the company know where they have problem in classifying their costs. I also do circle training. Yeah, that's what I do, and I'm happy for the opportunity for the mentorship. It helps me shine the more. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, Gloria. I think one of these 5 days would give you like 30 minutes. You just train us on financial issues, because that's a major issue for entrepreneurs and business people. Wow, thank you very much. I'm happy that we have all these resources here. So well done, well done. Wow, I can
Thank you
see
so much.
Terry Nso is now hands up. Yes, Terry, you have a few seconds.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Terry.
My name is Teresia Kabogo. I'm located in USA, in a state called Oregon, Portland area. I am a provider. I have an adult foster home whereby we take care of elderly people. I'm sorry about that. Where we take care of elderly people, and my main aim or goal is to sometime to come back in Kenya and open the same kind of facility so that we can take care of our elderly people there. Some of them suffer a lot, but if we happen to have such kind of facilities in the area, I think we'll take care of them. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, Terry, all the way from US of A. Wow, if you see this commitment, I can tell you, you will open your home here in Kenya, and I know most of these entrepreneurs will be having some good areas to take our significant others, our parents, the people we value, and I can see that home in Nanyuki. Nanyuki is warm, Nanyuki is beautiful, people love Nanyuki, and no arthritis in Nanyuki, so we can talk behind the tent on how you can set up this home in Nanyuki. Very proud of you, and thank you. I know US hours are komsa, but you are here. Very encouraging entrepreneur indeed. May you keep prospering. Wow, I can see Irie now has come in. Irie, you have a few seconds.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Irie. I'm calling from Sacramento, California, and I'm currently employed, and every time I join a group or I participate in anything, I try to get at least 2 or 3 ideas that I can apply or something that can benefit me. So I wasn't able to attend every single meeting that we had. I think I was one of the first ones to join in the first cohort, but I did apply the principle of visibility, and it helped me a great deal. It increased my income, and so I wasn't going to say anything, and I remembered, oh, I have to be visible. And so in the spirit of that, that's one of the things that I'm doing. It's so important. It's actually, I think it was you that talked about that, because if you're not visible, you just don't exist, especially when we do virtual meetings like this, and especially if you're not on the internet sort of thing. But I'm currently employed. I think I mentioned that, and I mainly deal with taxes all over the country, all over the USA. So I do taxes for multi-states and different locals. I want to switch from that. I studied finance. I don't consider myself a financial person. I consider myself more an artistic person. I've been romancing having my own enterprise. And what I'm trying to do by connecting with this group is to find a way to get real information about what I can do in Kenya, or what I can probably import or get partners in Kenya that would want things from Mexico or the USA. I thank you for this time, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, Irie, all the way from California. This is very encouraging that we have Kenya out there in diaspora that want to come here and invest big and also create opportunities for others. May you keep shining in US of A. May you keep prospering, that whatever you touch will prosper. And may you have a long life so that many people can experience your work, can experience your services, can experience good tidings, because entrepreneurs make lives easier for other people. Business people make our environment better. So very proud of you. Keep going. Let's now hear from Ruth. Nagila, you can help me to check whether Ruth is around here.
Ruth, you can unmute yourself.
Yes. Hi, good morning.
Morning, Ruth.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Ruth Gitere. I run a school, a junior school in Athi River.
Wow.
And it's an upcoming school. So we are plugging into George Washuri School of Mentorship to learn how to scale it up. Our numbers have been going up. You know, we get numbers, some go, some come, some go. So we want to learn what is it that we are not doing right, so that we are always on the growing path and our numbers keep increasing. We have learned a lot for the past 3 sessions. And now that schools have closed, we want to increase our marketing following your guidance and the sessions we have learned here. Because like you taught us, we can be doing so many good things, but we are not out there shouting about it. So we really need to strengthen that bit of us and see how we can strategize in these 7 weeks. Our target is to double our numbers by December 2020. So we believe we are in the right place here to learn so that we can grow and, you know, make a difference in society. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. What a vision, what a goal to double the intake, to double in the next couple of months. I think I really love that. And of course, definitely Athi River is full of people. And I'm sure that this goal is going to be achieved. And I've already written it down to see how we can also craft something for you to ensure that you are leading in that particular area of Athi River. So well done, Ruth, and keep going, keep pushing. Today, as we speak about organization structure, I am sure we'll be able to pick a lesson or two. And this mentorship is basically what we do at Optiven. They say success can be copied. And that's why you see Optiven lately, we have been leading in our area of real estate. And I'm happy that we're also taking a lead in areas of hospitality, those who have tasted DMC, whereby your graduation is going to be, it has become the talk of town. People call it the small Disney, Disney of Kenya. So get ready, but definitely you must attend 70% of the classes for you to attend the graduation, fully sponsored by Optiven. And for those who are in California, in US of A, of course, when you come to Kenya, we'll also spoil you. But during the graduation, you'll be able to join online. So once you're in Kenya, the first destination should be Optiven, so that we're also able to say hi to you and to greet you. Wow, fantastic. Let's hear from Eunice Sila. Eunice Sila. Yeah, the Vice Chancellor can trace Eunice Sila.
Eunice, you can unmute yourself.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Eunice.
Yes, my name is Eunice Sila. I am a finance professional, and I've been working for the NGO sector up until 2019 when I started my company. I registered a credit company whereby I offer short-term bridging loans to women who are in entrepreneurship. And so this is my 4th year where I got into full-time from 2021. And that's why I'm in this class, to get to know how to put the right structures so that my business can grow to the next level. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Eunice. Thank you, Eunice. You're doing a fantastic job. Wow, well done. Actually, when Eunice was speaking, I was thinking, Nagilai, maybe you can have a platform whereby only mentees can access, and we can call it Promote a Mentee, so that those people who need finances and they are here, they can be able to get in touch with the fellow mentee, those who want design, those who want printing by Paul, you know, support of videos, and people can be able to trade with each other. It is called the Jewish principle, the Jewish principle. Maybe we can discuss behind the tent with Nagilai to see how we can connect all these special talents, special assignments, people doing stuff, so that we are able to know each other and also promote each other as mentees of George Washuri School of Mentorship. I know that cohort 1 and cohort 2, there are a lot of people doing business together, and I only get testimonies, people promoting each other. And I think it's very interesting, very encouraging. Wow, thank you, Eunice, and keep up. May that credit company become a bank very soon. Why not? It is possible, it's doable for you to run a bank. It is possible. Let's hear from Washira Mureithi. Washira Mureithi.
Washira, you can unmute yourself.
Thank you. Good morning, team, and thank you even for the opportunity to be here. My name is Washira Mureithi. At the moment, I'm an employee working with the telco as a data analyst. But on the side, usually I run a business more as a hobby, where I do sell toys, Bible story books, and other fun learning materials for children, majorly to my colleagues and friends. And I am aiming at now formalizing, the business and gradually now transition into that area. And that's why I joined now this mentorship program, so that I can benefit from the wealth of experience from Mr. Ashuri, and so that I'm able now to navigate in the world of business. So looking forward to learning more and to grow in the business area. Thank you.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic, very encouraging. Thank you, Washira Mureithi, for the good work that you are doing. Fantastic, very encouraging. Finally, second from the last, these are the guys who came earlier. We are giving them a few seconds to say how the month has been and what they are up to. Mr. Wasswa. Mr. Wasswa.
Thank you, Sir George. My name is Stephen Wasswa, currently working in the humanitarian sector in the IT field. I also run an IT company where we provide software solutions, ensuring that your business has a software backup and ensuring that you are able to focus on your business as we focus on the software bit. I'm also in the agricultural space, feeding Kenyans, where currently in primary production, I do farming, horticulture farming, but also looking at ways of scaling in the agricultural value chain. Thank you.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you, Steve Wasswa. And I think we'll end at that particular point. Then we go to our today's discussion. And for all those others that have not gotten a chance to speak, we'll be able to have one session whereby people talk about what they do, what they are up to, and we can be able to connect, because that's the purpose of this particular mentorship. It's not just lecturing. It's about connecting. It's about finding each other what we are doing. Is about promoting each other. And when I look at this particular team, I am very, very happy to hear the vision, the objectives, the goals, and what I can see when I look at you. I see eagles. I see people who are willing to fly. I see eagles, and the character of eagles. They say that eagles have got very brilliant eyesight, and this eyesight is a vision. And I'm happy to see that most of us, we have this brilliant eyesight, the vision, what we want to achieve. And that's why today we are talking about organization, good organization structure and its benefits. When I see all these entrepreneurs, business people, career people, I see the character of an eagle. You can imagine those in Kenya waking up very early in the morning to listen to this particular mentorship. And of course, they say that when you are an eagle, you have also capacity to see basic opportunities. They say that an eagle has capacity to see 5 basic colors. That means for you, God has given you capacity, ability to see available opportunities. You can imagine somebody like Ruth Gitere setting up a school in Adeliva. I am so happy. I'm so sure and happy that an entrepreneur can identify an opportunity where people are settling. You can imagine the vision that you have. So you need to identify those basic opportunities wherever you are. And that's why I encourage all entrepreneurs that every time you are alone, have a notebook and a pen, or you can use your phone as somewhere to write, because sometimes these opportunities are rare. They just drop and then you write them. You may be thinking on how to open up a home in Kenya, and maybe one time an opportunity just drops. And by the way, Terry, it drops and it disappears. So when it drops, even if you are sleeping, write it down. Some of the things I've done at Optiven, they happen in very funny hours. But quickly I write them and we implement them and they work. So when I look at you, I see the people who can be able to identify opportunities. And of course, when I call you egos, you are true egos. You know why? Egos, they say that they are at the top of the food chain. Egos are at the top of the food chain. So for you, in your industry, be at the top. You know, I like when somebody says that they want to be the largest poultry farm. And this was Victor Miyako. You know, you must be at the top of the food chain. Look at your industry. Whom are you benchmarking with? And how can you be able at the top level? And by the way, it is possible. I always say that success can be copied. But for you to be at the top of the food chain, you must be a hunter. Yeah, and you have to hunt. Nothing comes easy. And the people who hunt, they get the very best. Right now, this morning, you are hunting. You are connecting with other entrepreneurs, other career people, other business people. You are a hunter, just like an eagle. Eagle goes out there and is able to identify that fish in the big ocean. Is able to identify that rabbit. An eagle is an hunter. And since you're an eagle, Paul, you are a hunter. And when you hunt, you shall get. But for you to hunt, you must have some principles. Maybe that's a discussion of another day in one of the lessons. You know, how to be the best hunter in your business, in your career, in the area of operation. However, before I go to my topic this morning, I also want to share with you something that I learned from an eagle. You know, I love eagles. You know, even my book, there's a symbol of an eagle. And when I look at you guys, you are eagles. But we can learn something from this bird. You know, an eagle associates with its kind. And that's why for you, you must associate with the people who are at your level. You must associate with the people who are taking you somewhere so that you are able to move from one step to another. You must get people who can help you grow. We are all growing. Everybody wants to double, to triple the results. You want to start your own venture. You want to go to the next level. You can only go to the next level if you associate with the people who will help you grow. And when I look at all these people, you have a vision, you have a drive, you have energy to grow to the next level. So these are the right people. These are the right people to associate with. And then there's a whisper I tell entrepreneurs and business people. Not everyone who share your vision. Be careful on the person you share your vision with. There are people, when they see you prosper, they are not excited, you know? So be careful on the people you share the vision with. You know, the other day I was handling a customer who really wanted to invest in the great oasis in Nanyuki. And this person wanted to do a private school there, you know, and then he decided to send a friend just to check how Nanyuki looks like. And then he got a negative report. But then he decided, he's one of our mentees here, I want to go myself and see. And when he went to Nanyuki, he actually doubled the acreage. He is now buying 10 acres to do a private school. Why? This friend, in quotes, did not like his friend to prosper. They did not share the same vision. So you must be wise. Who really pump energy into you? Who can encourage you to realize your vision? So that's the reason why you are an ego. Of course, definitely avoid associating with the naysayers. In the world, they say about 92.5% of the people, they have a tendency of negativity. They have that tendency, the naysayers. You share a vision that I want a home for the old in Kenya. Say, hey, Kenyan people, the culture is different. They are naysayers. Sometimes you have to break the barriers to go out there and do it. Maybe Paul wants to start a business in Rwanda, for example, and then be told, hey, my friend, you don't know French. You know, you can't succeed there. These are naysayers. But sometimes as an entrepreneur, as a career person, sometimes you take a risk. I remember one time I was looking for a job. I was working as an accountant when I was younger. And I decided to look for a job out of Nairobi. And I got a job in Kakuma refugee camp. So when I told my friends I'm going to Kakuma, this is what they were saying. My goodness, the place is dusty. The place is dry. The place is insecure. George, are you sure you want to go to Kakuma refugee camp? And I said, hey, I have to go and explore. I went there, worked for 4 years. And those 4 years, I can't regret. Some of the people who were really discouraging me, I still see them in town, struggling because they refused to take a risk. And for you as an eagle, you have to keep soaring, going up above the storms when other birds are hiding, you know, inside the trees. You are up there, but for you to go up, to be up there, you must dissociate. You must say no to association of naysayers or negative people because they are with us. Some of them are our relatives. Some of them are your friends. Some of them are in that WhatsApp group, hey, my friend. And for you to be an eagle finally, you have to protect your dream. Yes, you want to build up a school. You want to put up a supply of gas cylinders, supplying gas to people. You must protect your dream. Don't share everything, even on Facebook. Don't share everything on Facebook. You know, I just got a loan of 10 million. Now una post on Facebook. No, keep it to yourself. Or share that with your mentor. Usimwage mtama everywhere. No, don't be a socialite. You can be able to be conservative in important things that you are doing. And definitely that gives me a base of going to our topic this particular morning. And this topic, I love it. I'll be able to share with you how we do it in our different organization within Optiven Group. And the topic today is good organization structure and its benefit. I am aware that the organization structure, there are over 8 types of structures, but today I'll only share 3 of them, and then you can be able to investigate, to find out, to study the other 5 plus. And when we talk about organization structure, my mind went to these small insects, not insects, these small ants, you know, the ants, especially the brown ants, you know, and when we were young, we could admire the way these ants were making a queue, especially when they're going to look for food. You know, they used to make a very nice line. On top of this line, there are some security. There are some people, there are some ants that are on top. There are others on the ground selling food, you know, for storage. And I said, what a structure, what an organization. And when we talk about now in our own organization, we are talking about a system that outlines how certain activities are directed in your organization and how these activities are directed in your organization in order to achieve your vision, in order to achieve your goals. I am aware that some of us, we are running one-man show. I also did a one-man show. I was in Duruma Road in a small office, and I had no structure because I was the marketer, I was the accountant, I was the sweeper, I was the T-boy. So that way you can't talk about structure. However, even if you are alone today, who says that tomorrow you don't have other hands, other people? Christine, very soon, Christine Kitonyi, very soon, you'll have riders supplying that gas. You'll have an accountant, you know, checking how you're making money. So even if this discussion does not apply now, I can tell it is going to apply in the near future because they say when you're alone, you can't do everything. But when you have a team, you can be able to achieve more. They say organization structure determines how the information flows in your organization. Organization structure determines how the information flows. And those who are in career, you need to understand the structure. Don't be like me. One time, I think I was a very funny guy. You know, I was working in Kakuma, and there was this structure whereby I had a boss. a senior manager. The senior manager has had a boss, and that boss has the overall boss, the camp manager. And one time, I decided to update the camp manager, jumping the levels of my supervisor and my supervisor's supervisor. My friend, I almost lost a job. And I know there are many of us here who are not able to identify how the information flows. If you mess up in your career, Bwana Wasswa, utaanza kupigwa. Your boss will think you are undermining him or her. They say, if you want to succeed in career, make your boss shine. And I remember that time I had a friend called Karoli. And one time he told me, if you want to succeed in this organization, make your boss shine. And every time I will have a new idea, instead of going to the top, I was updating my boss. And let me tell you, I worked there for 4 years and I had 5 promotions, making your boss shine. How the information flows. It is very, very important. Definitely, there are several types of organization structure. And the most popular one, and this is what is available at Optiven, they call it functional organization structure. Functional organization structure. This is where you group your people, your employees, your partners, you group them based on their specialization. Yeah. If you come to Optiven, utaskia finance department. This is basically grouping. And within finance department, there is associate director finance. You know, there is finance manager. There is assistant finance manager. There is a accountant. There is junior accountant. There is intern. There's a flow, you know, according to the functions. According to the functions. If you go to sales, you know, there is also a head of sales, sales manager, assistant sales manager, sales executives. They are classified according to the functions. You go to customer service, the same head of customer service officers. And why do we classify this structure like this? It has its own advantages. And they say, when you do this, you classify issues of your people according to their specialization. Something happens. The people working for you, they can be able to identify the career path. They can see the growth. The career path is obvious. You know, the other day we hired a graduate from Strathmore, and you know, fresh from school. And when we shared the structure, I could see the young man smile. And then he told me, when we were discussing, he says, the next 10 years, I am going to be associate director finance. Nikasema, wow, the young man has already seen the structure. Let me ask you a question. I know most of us, we could be one man, one woman show. Even if you are one man, one woman show, have those structures. Call them structures by faith. So that when you hire one person, Washira Mureithi, when you get somebody on board, they can, maybe it's a salesperson, they can be able to tell the steps of promotion, how far they can go. That way you inspire them, you encourage them, you give them energy to work for you. Very, very important. Career path is clear and visible. And that's how we can be able to scale up. That's how those who are dreaming to scale up, that's how to scale up. People must see the horizon. People must see Mount Everest. People must see Mount Kenya. Where are they going? If they can't see, forget about scale up. You'll be training people and then they disappear. I am also aware, I have interacted with some mentees here that they have challenges with people buying in. And I'll be able to discuss with you how you can make your staff, your people, buy in to the brand. I'll be able to share with you practical lessons on how to do that. They also say when you are implementing functional structure, grouping people based on their specialization, something happens. There's another huge advantage. No duplication of work. I'd like to encourage you that even as you develop this particular structure, develop what I call job description. Job description. so that no duplication of work. You hire somebody, you train them, you mentor them, but even before they sit to work for you, provide them with job description. Out of that job description, develop performance targets so that by the end of the week, you know how many people did you talk to. You know, you'll be asking them, how many organizations did you talk to do for business? How is the follow-up? Mikal, the people working under you, you ask them, have you talked to Optiven about the invoice? When is the money coming? You know, put people to accountability. They say people do what you inspect, not what you expect. So you have to keep inspecting and they will do it. That's a huge benefit. Benefit number 3 of this functional structure, classifying people according to their specialization, is the hierarchy is feasible and reporting is clear. No beating about the bush. Reporting is clear. And let me tell you, if you are the manager, if you are the supervisor, don't encourage destruction of the structure. How do you destroy the structure? You allow everybody to give you all the information. As a business leader, as a manager in career, utakuwa wazimu. You cannot accommodate everything. Have some sieves, vichungi. Information is traveling, is coming. At the end of the day, you only handle macro issues. Somebody told me the reason why most of the business do not grow is because entrepreneurs like George Washuri, entrepreneurs like Paul Mukoma, entrepreneurs like Victor Miako, entrepreneurs like Josephine, like Christine Kitonyi, we want to do everything. You want to go to the bank, you check how much is the bank balance. You want to buy, you want to do everything. You can't do everything. Develop a structure. Get people who are sharper than you, people who are better than you, and they'll be able to work for you. That's what we do at Optiven. We have a structure that works. Hierarchy is visible and reporting is clear. So no beating about the bush. Do you know what causes conflicts in organization? It's because of lack of clear hierarchy, lack of clear reporting structure. Watu wanaanza kupigana, you start fighting. When you fight, you cannot scale up. When you fight, this poultry farm, biggest in East Africa, cannot grow because the person who feeds the chicken is fighting with the security person. Every person must know their responsibility. They must see it. Number 4, accountability is evident. When a functional structure is good, accountability is evident. You as a business leader, you as a manager, you know whom to ask a question when things go south. It is easy. You know whom to ask a question. Accountability is evident. When everybody does everything, nobody is accountable. So you must be able to do it. Finally, there is a higher degree of performance. All of us, we are talking about scaling up. We are talking about going to the next level. When the structure is right, there is a higher degree of performance. Let me tell you a secret. When people are organized, you get results. When people are disorganized, you get disaster, no results. And that's why even in our country, Kenya, people talk about the new constitution. Why the new constitution? They want us to be organized. They want things to be ziwe kwa mpango. The same with us in our organization. The same with you, Terry, as you plan how to set up a home in Kenya. You need now to start early to organize this business. How do you want it to be? Get a black book, you know, start dreaming it. You know, it surely happen. Check it month after month. By the time you are coming to implementation, everything is done. Everything is on paper and you only implement it. Why? Because you have already had a dream on the best structure to implement. However, there is nothing good without some side effect. They say entrepreneurs, business people who really love this structure, there could be some disadvantages. I want to share with you some of the black areas. And one of the areas is people get bored of routine. Yeah. You wake up in the morning, your work is bank reconciliation. Wake up in the morning is to draft the balance sheet. You know, you tend to be bored. But how do you kill this boredom as a business owner? Introduce mandatory leave. Let people go on leave. Nobody is a stone. Paul, patia watu waende leave. Hata ikiwa ni 1 week. When they come back firing. And then if you are endowed, like Optiven, take them for holiday. Like for us at Optiven, we take our guys for holiday to Mombasa. They go there, swim. You know, when they come back, they are rejuvenated. Yourself, there are some of us here, entrepreneurs. For 5 years, you have been working. No leave, no holiday. You are always in the office. Man, we need you at 70. Sometimes say, zima simu useme sasa mimi nimeenda malidi. I'm just going to rest. They say that people who succeed, rest is very important. Kupumua, kupumzika. And that's how the new ideas come in. Very important. So break that routine. There are some organizations, they do what I call TDY, temporary deployment. You move from one department and check what other departments do. It also helps your team, yourself, to know what is happening in other departments. Of course, the other thing that this structure experience is conflicts in making decisions. Conflicts. When these guys meet other departments, maybe finance meet marketing department, they meet ICT department, they want their decision to fly. But for you as a leader, you need to be careful on how to harmonize these functions together so there is no silos. People are not fighting from this department and this department. How do you do it as a business leader, as a manager? Don't show favoritism. You know, don't say, hey, were it not for finance department, this organization could not be where it is. No, recognize every single function, every single department, so that you are able to balance. And once you balance, the decision making is going to be easier, and then ensure you value every person's contribution. That is very, very important. Value every person's contribution, because at the end of the day, organizations are made of different people. Wow, I can see I have less than 10 minutes. Allow me to go to another popular structure, and I consider it a good structure. They call it divisional organization structure. Divisional organization structure is where you segment different divisions based on markets, based on products, based on services. This is very popular to people who are operating in different countries, different counties, different areas, you know. However, it's also practical in an organization in one particular location. And you can be able to separate operations department, marketing department, data department, human resource division, and it's a practical for big organization. You hear HR division supporting entire country, marketing division, maybe managing all the brands. And I'm sure we may not be there, but we shall reach there. Why? Everybody here is talking about scaling up. And we have seen this is very popular with the motor vehicle suppliers, people like Isuzu, for example. It was formerly called General Motors. And they use it because they are in different multiple areas. And of course, one of the things people say about this structure is that it is able to generate, to bring people together and handle joint ideas. They are able to develop ideas within the division. They are able to generate these ideas. And for you as a business owner, you pick those ideas and implement these particular ideas across the divisions, across the regions, across the countries. However, somebody said that it's a good structure, but sometimes has got some side effects, some disadvantages. And this person told me, because they're implementing it, it's a friend of mine, they say it affects integration of staff. You know, people think I'm in operation. They don't value marketing division. People think I'm in Kisumu division. They don't value Nairobi division. So sometimes if you're not careful as a leader to bring these people together, you might have different separate organizations. And of course, there are other side effects of this particular structure, and you can be able to find it because I can see my time is well spent. Allow me to go to the final one. And this is very popular now because of COVID. You know, it is called the virtual organization structure. Virtual organization structure. This is so popular for people in California, people in US of A. You could be doing something in Kenya, but you're not here. And this virtual organization structure help people to connect from anywhere in the world. You can connect from anywhere in the world, you know, and thank God for things like Zoom, things like internet, and they call it the digital way of working, the digital organization structure. And it's popular for organizations that are doing the ICT, organizations dealing with the global issues, global solutions, virtual organization. I have a friend of mine who told me the other day, she got a job with a company with very well-established virtual organization structure. This person doesn't go to the office. They work online. The boss is online. For 2 years, the person has never met their boss. The boss is somewhere in Europe. Yet, they are managing huge projects. And I'm so happy that it is becoming popular. And most of us, we implemented this virtual organization structure during COVID, whereby people can work from anywhere. They are from everywhere. They say one of the good things about it, it is fast and it is cost effective. It is very fast and it is cost effective. You don't need an office. You only need such a platform. You can imagine if these discussions are physical. Somebody traveling from California every twice a month can be very expensive. Taking a flight to Kenya to attend George Washu's mentorship can be very expensive. However, this virtual structure, it's cost effective and it is very fast. They also say it lowers operations cost. It lowers operations cost. It's also a say that you can be able to manage many people, many projects, and it gives employees satisfaction because they don't use fare, they don't travel to work, they can work everywhere. However, of course, there are some black areas on this particular structure. They say no physical contact. So relationship can be questionable. There's no that physical contact. You may see people here, but you need to see people one-on-one. I want to see Deborah one-on-one, and that's how we make our graduation physical. I want to see Stephen Wasswa one-on-one. You know, there's something that comes when people meet on one-on-one. And of course, the challenge, different time zones. You can imagine people who are in the US, it's a sacrifice. Time zones are different. You may be requiring a meeting now, but you have got a totally different time zones. They also say that it requires training for people to use the tools. You know, this morning, I had a lot of challenges connecting to Zoom. I had to call Nagilai, you know, for the new password. You know, there are some of those challenges. Right now, there's challenges of WhatsApp. I don't know how many people are having challenges with WhatsApp. There's this Kavaila that is attacking WhatsApp. You either close, go to the app, and then you cannot even type on WhatsApp. And I think that's what we have been suffering with Nagilai and myself. You go to WhatsApp, you're typing. In Akwabia, either close, go to the app, and we have tried all the avenues on the internet. This thing is not going. I don't know whether it's a malware. And if there's somebody who is an expert in that, I don't mind paying you. You sort us out. We are in trouble, yeah, with this thing. That's offline. Finally, allow me to take 2 minutes to highlight some of the benefits if you get the right structure, right organization structure. These are some of the benefits. It will promote your organization growth. It promotes growth. If you look at up even today, the structure is favoring our growth. We are able to handle across the customers across the globe. Why? You can imagine if it was only George who was doing it. The structure is allowing us to handle customers' queries across the globe. The structure is allowing us for expansion. So when you have the right structure, definitely growth is evident. Number two, the right structure, the good structure, help us to develop a good culture, a good organization culture, a good organization culture. The culture of honesty, professionalism, integrity, the good structure will help you to implement that. And definitely a good organizational structure, Bwana Paul, will help you to build up your brand buying in, especially for your teams. They have to buy the brand. And then finally, it helps in fast decision making. There are other benefits. I'll ask Nagirai to post on our WhatsApp group. There are other benefits, you know, proper coordination, elimination of duplication, better communication, reduced conflicts, you know, and there are others we'll be able to post on our platform. Because I want to respect time, there are people who are going to work. I'll allow maybe a minute or two for any query, and I hand this over to Nagilai.
Thank you, sir. We have two questions already typed on the chat. Let me just read them. Then we can handle them as we conclude. Okay, let me get them. We have a question from Stanley Kenywa. He says, is the coming up of structures and departments dependent on the level of or state in which the company or business is at? For example, can a startup have all the structures and departments?
Okay, thank you, Stanley Kenywa. A startup, you may not have the structure as we are talking, because number one, as a startup, you are alone. I give my own example. When we started Optiven, we were 3 people. So we don't have the hands, the workforce. However, I encourage entrepreneurs like Stanley to have it virtually. I called it faith structure, whereby you are trusting God that one day we'll have a director here, finance, we'll have a manager finance, we'll have this, we'll have head of marketing. And then as you grow, you keep implementing. A good example is Optiven. Optiven, we had no associate directors. Last year, we changed our structure a little bit to accommodate associate directors in different departments. We had no head of sales. This year, we changed our structure a little bit to accommodate head of sales, regional managers, senior managers. You know, you keep growing the structure. So as a startup, you may not have this structure we are talking about, but have it at the back of your mind as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, so that when it comes, you are able to implement. Thank you, Stanley Kenywa.
Thank you. Then last but not least is from Beryl. She says, if an organization has silos formed already, how do you handle that?
Wow, thank you, Beryl. What you do is that sometimes as a leader, you have to reorganize. You know, reorganize. Number 2, retrain. If they cannot hear your voice, hire a trainer. I remember one time we were trying to organize our structure, and we hired a consultant who came and spent 2 days with our teams, and they were able to move away from those cocoons, and they were able to see Optiven as their own, the big brand. And that one can be done through training. If not that, inspire these people to buy the entire organization so that they don't just grow their own department, and you can be able to break it. Finally, you can identify the inciter. There's always somebody who is a real leader, the person who says, we guard our department. You know, we are guarding. You can be able to identify the real leader and handle them appropriately. Sometimes you have to make difficult decisions. Give them some time. You tell them you have to change within 30 days. After 30 days, evaluate, you know, appraise them and give them marks. And then you break that silos, because silos inhibit the growth of your organization. And I can see Mikhail has also posted something there. how do you handle members of staff who don't recognize organization structure? I've already said it. Yeah, you have to give them, to deal with them, to mentor them, to train them, to give them a target, and also to develop the culture of loving the entire organization as opposed to their own small departments. Back to Nagilai.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, our mentor, and thank you, fellow mentees. That was awesome, that was great. And I can see, George, do you give alternators? Okay, there is also desk cleaners. Desk cleaners, all right. Is that your name? Okay, the name is desk cleaners. He says, George, do you give them ultimatums to change verbally or written? That should be the last one. Kindly,
yes.
Our mentor.
Yes, of course, you know that dealing with the people, you have to do verbal first. If they don't change, you do written, the first writing. If they don't change, the second one. If they don't change, the third one, the final one. Then you tell them, hey, we love you, but you are not fitting in our organization. Sometimes you have to let people go for you to grow. That's something I've learned for 22 years. I was very merciful. You know, I remember one time I was the HR, I was the accountant, and I remember one time, one of the most difficult things I did not want is firing people. And one time we were working with my own pastor, and I had to fire my pastor. I think I've never forgotten. It was very difficult. It was depressing, but today I thank God we have HR. Hey, I don't fire now. Back to Nagilai.
Thank you, our mentor. And I believe today we are well taught. I believe today we are challenged to also put structures or start them small as we grow. And I want to appreciate each and every one of us in this hall today. God richly bless you. God bless you as you gather these ideas, as you go to implement them. May the Lord God lead you and guide you, and may his wisdom be upon you. And we thank you, our mentor, for taking us through today. So I want us to adjourn now officially and see you next Friday, which will be our second class for this month. God bless you. This meeting is officially adjourned. Asante.